Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains August 15th through the 18th. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. We want to thank new Patreon supporters Missy G and the Lapis Lagomorph. Hopefully I've said that right. Probably not. If you'd like to support the show, you can click the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com, or you can visit us at patreon.com/isthisadulting. It really helps us keep the lights on here and keeps us going. Thanks so much for your support. On to the show.
This is your baby boy best friend Bryce from Pittsburgh, PA, and you are listening to Is This Adulting?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, the mental health comedy podcast you never knew you needed. I'm your best friend and resident starship pilot, Stephen Pappas. That's all I got. And yes, and then I have my other host with me, of course, as always.
I'm your best friend and definite same person that I've always been, Chris.
Yep, that's Chris. That's Christopher Tyler Grimmett, the same one
Hi,
that
guys.
you are all used to.
It's me, the Chris Grimmett.
Yep, that's him.
That's how I've always introduced
myself. That's my
myself.
boy, our resident nasty girl, or whatever he called himself last week. That's him, and here we are, recording the same podcast we always do. No, okay, so, hi. Chris is not here this week. Chris was unable to be here for the recording. He's very sad. And, we had to call in the big guns.
I don't know what you're talking about. God, the jig's up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You're the famous podcaster, the most famous podcaster in the world.
I am. Yeah. I don't even need to introduce myself, but hi, I'm your best friend, Megan.
Yes, this is Megan. You remember Megan. She was on our episode like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I ruined the show just very recently.
You did not ruin the show. You helped me co-create the greatest drink that has ever been drank in the world, which is Shepsy. And it was very tasty. Our guest is looking at me weird in the Skype. Shepsy is a mixture of sheep's milk and Diet Pepsi.
It opens up what's probably the fifth circle of hell.
Yes, yeah, it's bad news. Well, before I express some feelings that I'm feeling real quick, we are going to introduce our guest so that she doesn't have to be silent. Because that's always like the real fun part of guesting on podcasts is when you have to sit there and like they're making the goofs and they're being all fun and you just can't participate. And
no, you guys just pretend you're not there like a good guest.
Like and it's hard. It's really I'm not bad. I'm not good at it. I interject immediately. But hey, we've got another best friend joining us because we can't just have a 2-person conversation. That would be ridiculous.
That would be disgusting.
Right. Right. We're not doing that. So you know her from the Super Serious Social Justice Podcast. Please welcome Olivia James to the show. Hey, Olivia.
Hello. I physically had to restrain myself from making a joke about my biceps when you said the big guns. I was like these big guns, which is a visual joke, which works super well on podcasts.
An audio medium.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 99% of my personality is visual. Mm-hmm. And so it's very hard to have a personality. Some would say I don't have one. Some would say that I'm dead on the inside when it comes to my voice.
I really pick that up from you that, even in your speech, it's kind of monotone. I don't get much from you. Yeah.
My voice is not all over the place. Definitely not.
No.
This is me. This is
you give nothing away.
This is me, the greatest showman. Anyway, so
don't you put that in my head, Steven.
I'm
gonna be humming that the rest of the friggin' time. It's gonna be your fault. It's gonna be like you could be like, what?
And that's a beautiful rendition, and I love it so much. And it'll just be haunting me and sitting in the background while I ask Olivia, hey, before we get into everything, do you want to tell people where they can find you on the interwebs and or your home address?
For show. So I am on the Super Serious Social Justice Podcast. You can find us at sssjcast.com. I hate us for naming ourselves that because now I have to say SSSJ every time I talk about us, and I mess it up every time. But that's, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of those lovely places. And I also blog at Out of Spoons, spelled A-U-T, which is a play on autism and the spoon theory. And if you know those things, it's really clever and cute. And if you don't, it just sounds weird.
And I need you to know that every time I see SSJ, because I'm a big nerd, I see the SSJ and I forget the extra S and I assume that it's the Super Saiyan podcast. And it's very hard for me when I'm like, oh, this is not just people yelling and powering up. This is people like talking about things.
Super Saiyan Justice Warriors.
You'd be surprised at how much yelling and powering up there is.
Oh God.
We take ourselves very seriously.
Super Saiyan Justice Warriors. Yes. I love it so much.
Oh, that's great.
Well, we have a bit of housekeeping real quick, and then I have to just share an opinion. So, hey, we switched feeds, housekeeping. We got a new feed. We have left our network, and so when we transfer over our feed, some of the podcatchers didn't quite catch our new feed. So hey, if you're listening and you had to find us on Spotify or a different podcatcher that has updated and yours hasn't, let us know, and we're going to reach out to those podcatchers and talk to them. And if not, just subscribe to the new feed or unsubscribe and resubscribe, just so that you make sure you have the newest feed and you're getting the newest episodes, because we want to make sure that you are doing that. And that's all my housekeeping. I know that was really long.
That was. I thought it was never going to end, and I was just going to be like, look, just get that sweet, is this adulting content you crave? Okay, we're done here. And then, of course, you had to throw in just one more time that you're on Spotify. Just dig that knife in a little deeper.
I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose.
They keep ignoring me.
I'm sorry.
They're not even accepting new podcasts until the end of June.
They're very hard to nail down, those Spotify, the great Spotify empire.
Yeah.
Can I just share something with you while I have my two best friends here and no one else is listening?
Of course.
I have a very unpopular opinion. So today, I went and I saw a movie. I went and saw Solo, a Star Wars story.
You?
And yes, I'm dating when this came out. Hi, it's 2018, June when this comes out, of 2018. And maybe June. I don't know. I'm bad at dates. Who's good at dates? Who knows what time is? What is time? It's a social construct that we all put together.
Not real.
Anyway, I went and saw Solo. And I want to say, unpopular opinion, come at me, internet. Not bad.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people are like, this is not a good film. And here's the thing. It's not a bad film. It has absolutely no reason to exist, except for being a fun movie and a fun, like, summer popcorn flick. It doesn't really, like, cement anything else in the Star Wars universe. But hey, I had fun. I laughed. I cried. I got really excited watching Han Solo mud wrestle a Wookiee. And I never thought I'd see that.
All right, I wasn't. I mean, I figured I was probably gonna go see it, just cause, and also because Donald Glover.
Oh yes, he steals
also
the
fair.
But Wookiee mud wrestling.
Yes.
Some Han on. Is it Chewie? Does he mud wrestle Chewie?
No spoilers.
Wookiee?
Oh, yeah, I don't feel like
Wookiee.
I can tell you that.
That's true.
There's some good mud cuddling. And it's exactly what I wanted. Donald Glover channels Billy D. Williams in the weirdest way I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
And he's just beautiful. I think we could all... Can we make this the Donald Glover cast? And
yes.
I just want to talk about how gorgeous that human being is.
Absolutely. And also...
He makes
too many talents.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. He's good at too many things.
Yes.
He makes that absolutely preposterous facial hair configuration that Lando sports...
work
unfeasibly hot.
Mm-hmm.
He also brings capes back, which is something I think we all need to get into. Like, capes are awesome.
He's got a cape closet, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's everything I want. So basically, go see it, and don't let people tell you it's bad. I went in with really low expectations, and maybe that's why I really liked it, because I was pleasantly surprised. you know, it's not Rogue One.
Everything will suck always.
Right. I just like, so here's the thing is, it is not in the typical Star Wars milieu. It's not trying to be something bigger than it is. It's just a fun action flick. And if you go in with that expectation, it'll be great. It'll be what you expect. Awesome. If you go in thinking it's going to be The Last Jedi, you will be sorely disappointed. Because The Last Jedi is the most perfect movie ever created.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
Whoa.
I have a thing with The Last Jedi. It doesn't need to be discussed here.
Okay. I'm scared now because I did enjoy The Last Jedi.
I loved the pants off of it. I'm like obsessed with it.
I love it. I love pants. I love everything.
I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit here very quietly.
Yeah. Do you not like it, Megan?
I have very complex emotions that sort of transcend like and dislike when it comes to The Last Jedi. And I don't need to be bringing that complex strain of emotions on here and ruining this really delightful vibe that we're all having about Donald Glover. And his kids.
Yeah.
It's just a movie full of beautiful people. Donald Glover, Emilia Clarke.
Oh my God, she's
both of them.
gorgeous.
I just want to look at them all the time. And she does not ride a dragon in this one. I was understanding that every movie she's in, it's in her contract that she must ride a dragon.
That's what I was under the assumption of.
She rode no dragons.
Except for metaphorical dragons.
That's a mark in the negative column for me. I'm sorry. Like, I gotta go in there now when I go see this movie knowing, like, Emilia Clarke's not gonna ride a dragon.
Yeah, what is she, the mother of, like, speeders? No, that's not as fun. Anyway.
Mother of fucking people over.
Yeah, well, spoilers. But we don't know who.
That sounds like an actual spoiler.
Oh my gosh, we don't know who. It could be the good guys, it could be the bad guys, it could be both, it could be no one.
I mean, like, I think that's just pretty obvious about her character when you first meet her, is that, like, she's doing some shit. She's getting her hands dirty.
You gotta watch out for that Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I know what you're thinking, everyone. You're going, Chris is gone and the whole thing is falling apart. And you're not wrong, but I don't care. You're probably sitting there going, this is a mental health show, right? And it is, which is why we're going to start off this week just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So, hey, Megan, how you been this week? Okay. Yep, those are sounds.
Yes. I'm
feelings, maybe.
I'm so good at expressing my emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of been going through a bit of a patch of a bit of a briar patch, and then I'm stuck in it, and then everything's bad, and my nice clothes have been ripped to shreds, and I don't know where this metaphor was going, but I've just been feeling very frustrated creatively lately, just with these feelings that, like, my creative output isn't what it should be, or isn't, like, moving things in a direction I want them to be, and, It sucks because I feel like I can't just be creative to be creative, because I hate my job. I mean, I don't hate my job, but it's like, you know, there's some people, like my brother's one of those people who loves his job. Like, he legitimately loves what he does, and so whatever he does in his downtime can just be, like, superfluous. It can just be what it is, and so because I don't like my job, I feel like the things that I create in my downtime need to be things that become other things, and they're not doing that, or at least not to the level that I want them to be, which probably is not realistic because my brain is a terrible little goblin that crouches in my skull and is always like, you're not doing good enough. And it sounds just like that. So indeed. So I decided to do a thing that cannot possibly become any other kind of thing, so that I could only do it for creative, relaxing purposes. And that is, I bought a ukulele because it's a really easy kind of cheap instrument, and I have ADHD, so it seemed like my best shot at learning an instrument.
Ukuleles are the purest of instruments. Mm-hmm. Like, they just have a love and joy to them that no one can break, you know? It's just perfection.
They are just a very joyful instrument. So that's my thing that I'm trying to do, so that I can't be weird about it, and there won't be a horrible little voice in my head being like, "Why aren't you turning your ukulele playing into a lucrative business?" And I can be like, "Shut up! I'm trying to learn how to play Africa by Toto."
Yes.
The most famous ukulele song.
The only ukulele song, really.
The only ukulele song that matters. Look, it could have been worse. I could have been like, "I'm trying to learn to play Creep by Radiohead," and then put it on YouTube.
Is that what people do?
Some people.
Okay.
Unfortunate people.
There's a very specific strain of ukulele covers of Creep on YouTube.
No.
I'm okay never seeing those.
That's about it for me. How about you, Steven?
Well, I'm going to shoot it over to Olivia first, because I don't want to share my feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Let's see. I am a little overwhelmed right now in my life. I'm buying a house in 2 weeks, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah. And then my mom got brain surgery on Tuesday. I've kind of lost track. I think that was this week. So that was kind of a big deal. So there's like a lot going on in Olivia life. And then on top of that, like, we just came out of the busiest period at work. And so like, I'm a little burnt out, and like, I've been feeling kind of shitty about how I've been doing at work. Cause I'm like, oh, I'm super burnt out and making really stupid mistakes. That's fun. Love it. So good. But on the other hand, I've like been really enjoying my husband lately, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. But like, we've been married for about a year, and we're just having like this really great fucking time right now where it's like, oh, yay, it's like we're dating again and everything is new and fresh and sweet and fun, and I love it. So that's really fun. And then also I saw a video of Jeff Goldblum answering weird personal questions about himself today, and it was basically the greatest thing ever. He did an ASMR. Yeah, he did ASMR voice, and really, that's what he was made to do. So yeah, it's all over the place. There's a lot. There's always a lot. And as per usual, I have overbooked myself. This is my second podcast recording today.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, just like a lot. It's how I do. But not bad.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations on buying a house. I know that's stressful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. I'm like,
that's such a big
out.
person thing to do.
I know. Like, I'm married and I'm going to have a house. I feel like I am not this adult.
No.
This is very adult.
We bought a house. We got married 3 years ago, and we bought a house like 2.5 years ago, and it's like, no, what?
Who allowed me to have this responsibility?
I'm a grown-up. What bank gave me six figures in a loan to buy a house? Like,
yesterday, I tried to back up my chair and instead fell over and stubbed my toe so bad I bled. I am not responsible enough for this.
It's okay.
We are not. Me and my fiance. I was like, there's a word for that. We are neither married nor a house, so we got nothing going on. You guys got us beat.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying your husband, which is a weird sounding sentence to say.
I realize that, but like, I don't know how to like
that husband. Why don't you? Hey, take a seat. Enjoy a nice, cool glass of husband.
You sound like a weird car salesman. Like, what's it going to take you to get into a new husband today? Like the way. I don't know how I feel about it.
Why don't you take a look at the warranty on this husband?
Oh.
This husband, this is a slightly used husband, but it's very, very low mileage. Just a little old lady who'd only take him to church on Sundays. So still a perfectly good husband.
She left him in the closet otherwise.
He was just around.
Just left him there, yeah. There's no money down on this husband. I've run out of car salesman jokes.
There's some in there. We'll come up with more later.
Yeah.
So I guess that's me. As far as things go, I've been hella stressed. Switching over the feeds has been a little rough. And we knew we'd see some hits as we switched over. It's just been kind of a stressful thing for me because I obsess of like, do people like me? Oh God. And so anytime I get any sort of setback, I assume that I've done something terrible and wrong. So that's been stressful. My lovely anxiety disorder has been just real bad for about 3 weeks now. And so me and Clonopin have become friends again. We were not for a while, but we are friends again, and I'm going to have to reschedule with my therapist a little sooner than I would really prefer to. But just financially, I love my therapist. She's great. But so I'm going to have to go do that. So that's been fun. It's been kind of overwhelming and very, very stressful. But, I mean, things are good in my life. I'm just real tired all the time, and like my brain automatically goes to like, oh, you're tired all the time. You know who else was tired? Your dad. And it was evidence of his heart disease, and you have heart disease, and now you're going. Like, that's what my brain does all the time. I'm just like, brain's right. It's too late for me.
There's only one cause of fatigue ever.
Yes. And it's heart disease.
That's the only reason people have ever been tired.
Right. And brain has been convincing me of that. But on the good news front,
brain will do that.
Brain will do that. Need a shirt that says that. So on the good news front, though, I mentioned last week on the episode that I was waiting to hear back about a job opportunity, and the day after we recorded that, actually, they brought me in for what I thought was going to be a meeting about the possibility of this opportunity happening in September, which is when it was scheduled to happen if it happened. But it wasn't supposed to happen until September. They called me in to talk to me about that, but they were like, oh, no, surprise. We're going to effective immediately hire you. And I was like, okay. So Steven has a job again for the first time in a very long time. That's not one of my 2 side jobs that I've been working forever.
Yay!
Which I'm keeping. But so I'm going to be working 3 jobs plus the podcast, but gonna be making that money again. This
Money!
This job is allowing me to like continue doing the show. Like, we had a 1-year expiration date. Just peek behind the curtain, everybody. I had a 1-year expiration date of like, I have to find something that can help me support the show, or I have to drop back to maybe once every 2 weeks by the end of this year. Not 2018, but the end of another year of the show. So by April of next year. But now we don't have to worry about that. Now we can go forever. So weekly forever! Coming at you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the thing that happened. But hey, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share, or a way we can encourage you throughout the week, you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. I want to remind you, we are not professionals. And we totally support and like endorse seeking professional help, whether that means medication and psychiatry, whether that means going to a psychologist or a counselor or a therapist, whether that means Talkspace, which, hey, Talkspace, looking at you, come sponsor me. Yeah, check out Talkspace. Like, they're really great. Like, just find some avenue of help, maybe all of them. But that's what I did. But yeah, we are not professionals, but we'd love to hear from you. So you can send that to us over at our email. And also there's the Is This Adulting Best Friends group on Facebook, and you can come hang out in there. And sometimes it's people sharing what's going on in their week and being like, this has been really hard. And then other times it's me sharing that video we talked about with Ross of the man singing the gospel version of the Golden Girls theme. And it's amazing. Or me telling everyone it's amazing. And it's me telling everyone, oh, hey, so I got this job, and I decided a good way to celebrate would be to make a foolish purchase on a credit card that's already got too much debt on it. So I bought the entire series of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra on Blu-ray, and they're on my shelf now.
Okay, but like, that's not a bad decision.
No. Well, it's a
bad let's be honest
decision,
here.
But it's
I support you 100%.
I had to. Self-care is sexy, y'all.
It is.
Self-care is sexy. That's what our shirts say. Go buy them. Love you. Anyway, so now that we've done the mental health check-in and all that fun stuff, we're going to get into our first topic. It's topic time. That's what we're calling this now. Topic time.
It's topic time. Topic time. This is a song that's definitely always been on Is This Adulting?
Yep.
And you're definitely Chris.
I was trying to figure out a way to change step in time from Mary Poppins into topic time, but I don't know enough of the words to step in time.
Topic time.
Yeah, that's all I would be able to do.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what we were referencing, so.
Oh, Mary Poppins.
Now that's going to be fucking stuck in my head, so thank you.
Do you not love Mary?
It's been so long since I've seen Mary Poppins that the only song that I would be able to do is the Supercalifragilistic, etc. And I would only do it so that I could do that very bad Dick Van Dyke impersonation.
Okay, but here's a very important question. Can you say it backwards? Which is in the song.
You?
No.
Docius expiali fragicalistic rupus? I believe is how they say it in the song.
What? That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
My brain is such that if I watched the movie repeatedly when I was a child, all of it is still in there. All of it.
See,
Oh,
I'm
we
like
missed
that with Hook, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like I can recite those movies from memory, and it's disgusting.
I can do Aladdin.
Yeah.
For sure. Aladdin and the Lion King. And Beauty and the Beast.
Hey brain, I could use that space. I might want that for some other stuff.
I'm using that.
Brain will do that.
Brain will do that.
Brain will do that.
So we are going to. We missed topic. Feed the birds. Topics a bag. That would have been perfect. Anyway,
dang.
So we are getting into our first topic, which is okay. So can I say the sentence that you told me, Olivia, when you introduced yourself to me via email?
Sure. I don't remember what it was.
It's a good sentence.
I can edit it out if any of it's not public information.
I'm sure it will be fine.
But your first sentence to me in the email was, "Hi, my name's Olivia, and I'm an asexual autistic person who loves octopuses or octopi."
Woo!
And I was like, all of those things. That intro was amazing. Like, if you ever want to catch my attention in an email, I'm like, go on, tell me more.
Yes.
Like, did he have a car? So
did the octopus have a car?
Oh my god, can you imagine trying to
dang.
drive as an octopus?
It would be so much easier because you have 8 goddamn legs.
That's
He's
true.
so good.
Or
You got
confusing.
you keep everything on the steering wheel, but you also can like have your beverage be like adjusting for songs.
Oh my god, that's great.
Texting,
I do that anyway.
driving. I mean, we all do that. Yeah, we do that with the 2 hands. It'd be much easier with the multiple.
With the 8, yeah.
Yeah.
So my thought was, okay, so octopi, is your favorite
right.
animal?
I need to nerd out for like a hot second.
Okay.
So octopus is actually from the Greek, and so it wouldn't become octopi.
It'd be
become
octopuses?
octopods if you were going to be a super nerd about it. But I usually
I'm
say
cool with that.
octopuses.
So do I. It's more
Yeah.
fun to say.
Yeah.
Octopuses. Then I will say that. But okay, so octopuses, your favorite animal, correct?
Heck yes. Yep.
I mean, judging by the octopus tattoo that I'm
Yes,
seeing
there's a very
in the frame,
large, intense octopus tattoo down my arm.
it's amazing.
It's very good.
But judging on that, favorite animal, and I was like, we should talk about our favorite animals because everybody's got a favorite animal. And I mean, and maybe Megan doesn't, but there are animals. Everybody loves a good animal. Now there are some people that love birds. Those people I'm worried about. Because birds are terrifying. They're essentially dinosaurs, the last living dinosaurs, and I do not like them.
As my husband says, they don't have control over their bowel movements, and so they are unacceptable.
Right. Now,
do
horses
you wanna
don't seem to either.
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I also don't trust horses.
I hate horses. I think they're beautiful, but they terrify me.
Thank you. Yeah. No. Same. There's no love in their dark, dark eyes.
No.
And one of my very, very good friends loves horses, and she used to ride them, and she gets very upset when I say that I'm scared of and don't trust horses, and I think their intent is nefarious, but she has yet to convince me otherwise. I was going to say, do you want to hear a very brief story about a bird person who is why I think bird people are weird?
Well,
Sure.
because, I mean, like, I think we all know why bird people are weird. Let's be honest.
Yes. And if you're a bird person, sorry.
If you're a bird person, then
Oh my god.
you have wings. And you
What
can
would
just
be more
fly away.
terrifying than a literal bird
Bird
person?
person. That's what I've been thinking this whole time
my
I've been saying
God.
it. There was this one of my fiance's dad's ex-wives. My God, that's a a qualifier. She had a bird and she would feed it with her mouth. Like, it would come up on her shoulder and she'd be like, "Do you want some corny?" And because she called it corny, she's like, "You want some corny?" And she would feed it. She would feed it, be like, "Yeah, here, it's in my mouth." And then also she would shower with it.
No, bird never want corny. I don't want any corny. Please leave. Please, okay. Ma'am.
To combat that, a very sweet bird story. So parrots get really bonded with one person.
Oh no, it's gonna be sad.
It is gonna be kind of sad, but like it's also very sweet. So like there are some birds that like if their person goes on vacation, they get really anxious and start picking their own feathers out until their person comes back because they miss them so much. It's really sweet.
So you know what other animals people like? Dogs. Those are cool. Because the bird story made me sad.
Sad.
There is a reason that if anyone kills a dog in a movie, if any movie kills a dog, I am angry at that movie forever.
Do you know of the Does the Dog Die website?
No, but that sounds terrifying. I don't know if I need to know.
No, it's like if you're worried about a movie potentially having a dog that dies, you go, I think it's called like Does the Dog Die in the End or something like that. And it'll tell you,
you'll find it. Does
the dog stay alive? Do you need to be worried?
Okay, I need to check that website before I watch any film because I Am Legend can burn in hell. Because I'm still so upset over that when they killed Samantha.
That was garbage. I mean, that's also just a bad movie, but that part in particular was garbage.
Yeah, it's a little rough, but
I can't believe you never heard of that website. It's very good for that reason that you're like, I'm gonna go see this movie. I know a dog's in it. I need to know what's going on here, and they'll either say like, yes, be prepared, or like, no, smooth sailing for this dog.
That's good. I'm glad. I need to check this site out. So dogs are up there. Do love a dog, but I feel like animals that I enjoy are odd. So first I just want to grill Olivia here a little bit. So is it just octopuses or is it like all cephalopods?
So I do enjoy a good cephalopod of any kind.
Sure. Who doesn't?
Who among us doesn't?
They're just so fucking weird.
Yeah, like, they're kind of gross in the best way.
But like the thing that's super cool about octopuses in particular is that they're really, really smart. More smart than any other invertebrate, basically, as far as we can tell. And everything else that has equivalent intelligence is a social animal. And most scientists are like, all right, they've developed all of this big brain space so that they can keep track of all of the different social relationships. Not octopuses. Octopuses are lone-ass motherfuckers and they don't want to talk to anybody. But they're still really smart. Like nobody knows why. So we're still trying to figure out why these fuckers are so fucking smart and what they're doing down there. And they can squeeze through any size hole, which is also really suspicious.
Yeah, seeing them go through like the holes in boats, like on that, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, you should not be able to do that.
Yeah. They're just real fun. And they can taste with their skin.
Well, so can I. So, I mean, that's just a normal thing. Sometimes if I'm like, I wonder how this food is, but like, it's definitely too hot for my sweet, soft, like, mouth skin.
Sweet soft mouth skin is the name of my emo band.
Oh my god, sweet soft mouth skin. Yeah. Sometimes I just like, I touch the back of my hand and I'm like, those are good potatoes. And that's how I know, like, these are going to be good when they're cool enough that I can eat them. So, not really a cool fact exciting. Because I think we all have that ability if we really try hard enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you just believe in yourself.
Right. That's all you have to do is believe in yourself. Okay. So it's definitely octopuses for you.
Yep. Pretty into it.
You don't have to explain it because you so vehemently and passionately told me why you love octopuses. and I have nothing but respect for you. I
mean, I also love that wombats poop in cubes, but...
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, anything I can do does not impress me. So Megan, what's your favorite animal?
I mean, it's really boring, but I just really love cats.
Amen, sister.
I do, and I know that Steve is making like the frowniest face at me right now.
I'm suspicious of you automatically.
See, but that's the thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, cats are mean and they don't care about things." Like, no, my boy is sweet and he's dumb and he's precious, and anyone who comes to the apartment, even if they don't like cats, they end up loving him. Like my old roommate, she did not like any animal ever, least of all cats. She's like, oh, she's from Jamaica, actually. I was almost just about to slip into a Jamaican impression of her, and I'm not going to do that. I'm used to doing that with anybody anytime I talk with her, because she has the most intense Jamaican accent, and she's my best friend, and I love her, and I don't know where I trailed off to, but she hated just pets. She didn't like the concept of keeping an animal in your house was just insane to her, and she's like, why would anyone? And then because we were in school together, and when I graduated and I moved in with my fiance, and then we got the cat, and she came over, and she's just like, I guess I'll say hi. And he was just like, hi, I'm Pravi, love me. And I just watched, I watched her heart just melt. And then he was on her lap, and she was just like, oh, who's my little boy? Who's my precious boy? And I was like, this has been a transformation. This has been a transformative experience.
When I was in Kenya, I realized, like, they were all very confused when, like, they had a cat in the house. And I was like, oh, cool. They were very confused that we brought dogs in the house, because dogs to them, like, are wild animals. Mm-hmm. But then the weird thing, I was like, oh, yeah, well, what's the cat's name? They're like, it's a cat. It doesn't have a name. And I was like, but what did you name it? And they're like, we don't name animals. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's a cat. And they were like, no.
I named my computer. How can you not name the cat?
Yeah, my car has a name. Like, I name everything. And they were fascinated by the fact that we name, like, so tell me more about this Whiskers. Yeah, like, where did that come from? Why do you call it Whispers? Whiskers. We just call it cat. I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool, great.
All right.
Cats. Okay.
Okay, here's my argument. Around. No. There's a cat for every person. And you may not have found your cat yet, but cats have just widely diverse personalities. And many of the cats that people don't like are cats that are real stressed out, because people don't know how to be around cats. And like,
this is true.
Cats don't don't show their stress really obviously until like they get super overwhelmed and start like pooping outside of their box, and then somebody's like, oh, maybe something's wrong. Like, no. Sure. A lot of cats are real stressed out. So like,
you can't do a cat like you do a dog. You can just do a cat like you do a dog. And no.
So like, you just gotta find the right cat that like fits with your personality.
That would be a dog.
I have a cat that is like a dog.
I could be down with that, except for the slicey.
He doesn't slicey.
That the cat has in its paws, its Wolverine claws that it can retract and just like shoot out at you whenever it wants.
Do you know that dogs also have claws?
Yeah.
I do. My dog has very rough claws. Yeah, but he's a good boy.
And cats are generally smaller,
significantly smaller
than dogs, so less
scratchy.
What do you think of when you think of a cat? Because I think more you think of like the X-Men's Wolverine.
I feel like you're imagining a mutant.
Yeah. Okay. So when I picture a cat, I'm picturing like I'm at Megan's house and we're chilling, we're just hanging out. Watching some, I don't know what we're watching. What are we watching? Trading Spaces. Just reruns of the TLC show from the 90s.
It's it's 2007. We're watching Trading Spaces.
Hey, they're bringing it back.
I was going to say, there's a new one.
Oh.
We're watching the old one.
Shows what I know.
Just reruns of the old one. And we're sitting there, and out comes a cat, full cat form, but has a cigar in its mouth, and it's definitely referring to me as Bub. And I don't like it. And so that's
sounds
what I
like Hugh
picture.
Jackman.
It's just Hugh Jackman with a jingle collar, and he's completely nude except for the jingle collar. And
but that sounds way more enticing than most of the rest of what you've described.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that just took a sharp turn back into like yes territory.
Don't worry, he's super friendly. He loves being around people. He might climb into your lap, but he's a little skittish. Don't scare him off.
Don't scare him off.
Hugh, get off the furniture, Hugh.
There he went.
He ran into the bedroom now. He's gonna go pee on the bed.
Now I'm just picturing like a completely shirtless Hugh Jackman like licking his like hands, like paws, and like using them to groom himself. And hey, Hugh, if you're listening, we love you.
We love you, Hugh.
We love Hugh.
We promise this is not a kinky thing.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Except it super is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into that, again, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to
you do
yuck
you.
Hugh's yum if he's listening.
Right.
It's
Like,
okay.
Hugh, if you're
Hugh.
about this, if this is what you're into, Hugh, we
Yeah.
support you. We support Hugh.
Hugh. So, you want to hear about my favorite animal?
Yeah,
Please, God,
It's
yes.
Hugh Jackman. No.
in a cat collar.
Okay, so there's an animal that is very dangerous and very, very, very ugly.
Is it
that
Florida
I really
Man?
love. Wait, what?
Is it Florida Man?
The
Yeah,
most
Florida
dangerous
man.
animal.
Any from Florida. No, it's okay. So it's not my favorite animal, but I was almost going to talk about this animal, and my wife is always like, "They're hideous and terrifying," and that is the Komodo dragon.
Your wife is
Because
correct.
they're super badass.
Yeah, they're cool.
They are venomous and intense, and like I saw two of them fighting on Planet Earth 2. I was like, oh my god, it was the cool. It's like Wolverine and Sabretooth. Going back to that Wolverine.
Does
was
Daenerys
amazing.
ride them?
Right? They're the closest thing to
Important
real
questions.
dragons we have.
Yes.
And so I very much enjoy watching them, but they are not my favorite animal. So for quite a while now, I've been trying to figure out a way to legally, and the answer is you cannot, legally import myself a capybara. And that is because capybaras are my favorite thing in the world. Now, capybaras, for those of you that don't know, are just big old rodents. They're essentially like
and
large.
just like a jacked up beaver.
It's kind of like a dog-sized guinea pig.
That's somehow worse.
I kind of want a jacked up beaver and a dog-sized guinea pig to fight each other and see which one comes out victorious.
No, that's illegal in 59 of the 50 states. And so you cannot
The 9
do that.
shadow states.
Yes, the 9 shadow states that run everything, the shadow government.
Right, we weren't supposed to talk about it, but
I know, I'm sorry. Those are the people. They're actually, according to conspiracy theorists, it's just Komodo dragons in human flesh suits. And they are running everything, so watch out.
Yeah.
But if we talk about them anymore, the second rule of the shadow government is you don't talk about them, and if you do, you reference their skin suits. But yeah, capybaras are the cutest thing in the world. I love them more than most things. My wife's up there. Funko Pop vinyls, definitely up there.
Oh yeah, those rank pretty high for me.
So, but other than that, capybaras. Like, my dog is below capybaras. Like, my dog's
Dang.
pretty great, but like,
Hey, you got to be honest.
cover your dog's ears when you say that.
nah, he not here. He's in the other room, like probably being just way too attention grabby.
Well, yeah.
But capybaras are legitimately the cutest thing ever. If you've never seen a capybara, I encourage you, listeners, go Google one of these things because they're adorable. They are massive, and I just want one that sits next to me while I pet it. I want to put a leash on it, but like a harness leash that goes around its whole body, and I want it to wear a little sweater. And I want it to just be my good boy. And I want to hang out with it. And just like, I just want to pet it. Like, my fantasy football team is named the Indian Trail Capybaras. And that's because they are my mascot, because they're amazing.
It's also a good name for just a fantasy sports team.
It is.
Right.
Oh, geez, Steven. I think I just found your next poor financial decision.
Oh, no.
Is it a capybara sweater?
Well, I did Google capybara sweater, and you can get a sweater with a capybara on it that says, "Don't worry, be cappy."
Where is it, and how much is it?
It is apparently on Spreadshirt, and it is $34. Although I imagine that is not the only one of that
Yeah.
sort in existence.
I will be tracking down a capybara sweatshirt or sweater, and I will wear it all the time to every formal event that I go to. And it will be beautiful. I'll wear a tie underneath. It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
We're looking at doing a meetup when I'm in Philadelphia in July, and I will wear it to there. And you will know who I am because you will see the capybara sweater. And you will know there's a man who is just, Yep, that's him. Anyway.
You will know my
There's a
name
man.
is the Lord when I wear my capybara sweatshirt in July.
Y'all, the comedy fell apart. I fell apart, and it was bad. I did a bad, and I'm sorry.
You did a fine. It was my fault. I distracted you with notions of capybara sweatshirts with puns on them.
Anyway, no, so essentially, I would like a capybara. If anyone has one, just ship it my way. Preferably like overnight that thing though, because it's gotta breathe. And if you send that thing standard mail, we're gonna have some issues. 'Cause I don't know what you do to dispose of a capybara. So I'm gonna need it pretty quick.
I think that's gonna have to be a hole in the backyard. Like, there's one way to get rid of a capybara body.
Oh my gosh, yes, you figured it out. We're like all of a sudden like trying to figure out how to bury a capybara body. To capybara a body.
This happens to me every time I go on a podcast.
You start talking about how to bury large rodents.
Yep.
I mean, I get it. They're scary things. So, okay, capybaras, octopuses, and cats.
I know.
One of these things is not like the
Okay,
other.
but here's the deal. Octopuses are number one for me. Cats are like right here. They're like right underneath it.
Where does the blue-footed booby fall? Because it has a funny name.
It does have a very
That's
funny
true.
name.
It's a bird, though. Never mind. Oh, no, God, no. Okay.
I don't mind birds.
It is a bird, but when you see it, if you see multiple of them, you could be like, look at that beautiful pair of boobies.
That's true.
Yes.
Steven, I have a question for you, which is that you don't trust birds because they're dinosaurs, but the Komodo dragon is your jam?
That's a good point.
Because birds they're crafty. They're crafty bastards.
Okay.
So I've told the story before, but Chris and I had to go to a place to pick up a laptop he had forgotten at a event he was at, and it's on the lakefront, and there was a like group of geese.
Oh, geese are motherfuckers.
You know what?
Yeah, no, geese
I'm gonna
are
walk through these
demon
geese
nightmares.
because
Do not approach the goose.
Well, I decided to because I was like, you know what? They'll give up. They'll do whatever. And so I walked towards the geese, and all of a sudden I realized Chris is going around. He's like, no, I'm not fucking with that. But all of a sudden they're closing in on me, and they formed a circle. And eventually they get very close to me, and they're like flapping their wings very aggressively and like honking at me. And then one of them bites me in the leg with its sharp razor mouth. And that is the point where I kicked a goose in the head, and then I ran away. And it was the worst.
How did you make it into adulthood without learning geese bad, do not engage?
Evil.
Well, I was just like, I am man. They will run.
No, geese have no fear. They have those
I tried to go into a Mexican
necks.
restaurant, and they were guarding it.
They fear man nor beast.
Yeah.
No, it was terrifying. So really, if you get anything from this conversation, it's that capybaras are the best animal. And then I'm going to say octopuses. And then I'm going to say Komodo dragons. And way, way, way down here next to horses is where I'm going to put cats because they terrify me.
That's not even fair, all right? A horse can kill you if it kicks you. A cat can't. You could just pick a cat up and put it in another room and then close the door. You can't put a horse in another room and close the door, Steven.
You can if you try hard enough.
Fun story. The doors in my house do not close very well, and I tried to put my cat in another room and close the door once. Don't remember what I was doing. He body slammed the door until it came open. So I put him back in the room, closed the door, stuck a 30-pound bin of cat litter in front of it. He body slammed the door until it came open.
That's because cats have one like operating mode, and that is kill.
No, it was watch the vacuum cleaner, actually, was his mode of operation at this point.
Yeah, mine is where is just being needy. It's just like, where love?
Yeah.
Love, where love?
Mm-hmm.
Where
That's
love?
my dog.
He figured out that he could open the door, that it is like the door frame isn't like 100% in there, that if he stuck his paws under the door jamb and then just kind of went, that he could pop it.
Yep.
He's smart. His brain is growing. Its brain is forming into new things, and it is advancing. It is growing in a very terrifying way. But brain will do that.
Brain will do that.
Brain will do that. Like that's become our battle cry.
love
Brain
that
will do
so
that, y'all.
Brain will do that.
All right. Well, It's about game time, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Is This Adulting? Hey everybody, best friend number 1, Stephen Pappas here, breaking in with your weekly podcast recommendation. So this week I have my first return recommendation. I'm recommending the Hanalyze This pod again, because they're just amazing. Y'all, this show has been doing some really, really, really great things. I've been enjoying a lot of their really recent episodes. They did an episode on asking for help, which was really powerful. They did one on ADHD in adults, and I, as someone with ADHD, really resonated with that. It's actually encouraged me to maybe get treatment for my ADHD for the first time in a long time. And then they did one recently on love languages, and it's just a really good self-help show that is making me laugh and keeping me going to the gym and keeping me happy. So definitely check it out. You heard Hannah Gelb here on the show. Hannah Gelb, Hannah Hart, they're killing it over there. So definitely go check this show out. All right, back to the show. Those are great punching noises. Hey, we're back. We're back. We did it. It's game time. Also, I've realized as I've talked over the past basically year that we've been doing this podcast, I'm essentially more and more morphing into Griffin McElroy, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. So I'm just preparing you all for if I marry someone named Rachel and just stop marrying my wife, stop marrying her. I'm in a constant state of marrying.
Yeah. Have a wee baby.
Just be prepared.
Yep, a wee baby that never sleeps.
Oh my God. Sweet baby. I'll have a sweet baby. Anyway, it's game time. Oh, yes, it's time. And since Chris wasn't here, I am doing the game. And I took a game that Chris loves very much and I love very much. And I decided to throw it at y'all. So this is a game that we call Lost in Translation. And so for those of you who are frequent listeners of the show, you will know that this is a game where Chris basically, or me in this case, takes song lyrics from popular songs and runs them through Google Translate approximately 1 billion times. And then we translate them back to English and see if they make any sense. And 9 times out of 10, they do not. So I have done that with 4 songs. And we're going.
Wait. This isn't a game where I get to be Bill Murray wandering listlessly through Japan.
You do
Dang
not.
it.
There's no Scarlett Johansson here.
Or is there?
Or is, oh my God, if there was, I'd be so happy. She's so pretty. She's so pretty.
Hey,
even
girl.
though my wife's always like, she's not. Her eyes are weird. I'm like, you bite your tongue. Don't you come for ScarJo.
I have that same conversation about Benedict Cumberbatch with my husband. I'm like, he's good looking. And my husband is like, there is something wrong with that man's face.
His face is strange. It is a strange
but
face.
But it's a good strange. Like, I'm not denying that it's strange, but I like strange faces.
It's a Dr. Strange face.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We walked into that one.
I'm so on the ball tonight.
You're winning life. So
are we supposed to guess which songs these are? Is that the idea here?
Okay, so I'm going to read you the new lyric that we've created, this beautiful new lyric, and then I'm going to give you 3 choices. And I'm going to let you tell me which of the 3 popular songs you think this is.
This is going to go poorly.
Yeah, it will, y'all.
Yeah.
It's hard, even though I'm oddly good at it, but it's because I'm weird with lyrics. Like, I'm obsessed with song lyrics.
Well, now, are these popular songs in the sense of, like, songs that have stood the test of time, or are they current popular songs?
A little bit of everything.
Either way, I don't probably know any of them.
Well, we will see how it goes. So here's your first new lyric. And I'm going to need you to buzz in, by the way. So How do we want to buzz in here? What is we do?
What is we do?
I think the thing that would give the best audio experience for the listener would if we just said buzz really loudly.
Or if we said brain do that.
Brain do that. I'm good with that. Brain do that. So don't yell it though, because that's very, very intimidating. And also just so I can differentiate it, I'm going to need Olivia to say brain do that, but Megan, I'm going to need you to say spleen do that. Because I need a different organ so that I can definitely tell who said what.
I mean, if it makes it easier for you, I think I can accommodate
spleen do that. Okay, cool. Here's your first new song lyric. I know what to say. He is here in wisdom. You can make the seeds. So that is, I know what to say. He is here in wisdom. You can make the seeds. Is it Happy by Pharrell Williams, Yeah by Usher, or Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus?
Oh my gosh.
I know what to say. He is here in wisdom. You can make the seeds.
Spleen do that.
Spleen do that. What is it, Megan? What do you think?
Is it happy?
It is happy.
That was what I was gonna guess.
It is happy. So the original lyric is, it might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. And that became, I know what to say, he is here in wisdom, you can make the seeds.
Oh dear sweet Lord Jesus.
I love it because it sounds like a hymn now.
Yes.
In wisdom you can make the seeds. That's what I assume a hymn sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You've
exactly
nailed
like
it.
that.
And so, okay, Megan has 1 point, but it's still anybody's game. All right, this is your next lyric. She is beautiful and attentive. Be sure to sell. Wait for the old man. But do not let the meteorite depend on the map. So again, that is, she is beautiful and attentive. Be sure to sell. Wait for the old man. But do not let the meteorite depend on the map. Is it All Star by Smash Mouth, Your Song by Elton John, or Don't Stop Believin' by Journey? One more time. She is beautiful and attentive. Be sure to sell. Wait for the old man. But do not let the meteorite depend on the map.
Oh,
Brain do
Spleen will
that.
do that.
Oh, so close. But Megan, you did say Spleen will do that first. Megan, what do you think?
All-Star?
It is All Star by Smash Mouth. My God. You're a monster.
I know, this is a talent that was hitherto undiscovered.
So the original lyric is, it's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You bundle up now, wait till you get older, but the meteor man begs to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture.
We had that realization at the exact same moment.
It's the meteorite.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
what did
actually, that was what did it. Although I love how now it's like this weird cryptic set of instructions.
Yes, you gotta do this. Just make sure that the meteorite, do not let it depend on the map. Like,
Wait for the old man.
Then you're going to take a left. You're going to go down to the third corner. There's a Texaco. I don't think those exist anymore. Okay. You are up by 2. You can still win this thing because I'm definitely going to weigh it against Megan at the end. If y'all are
sweet.
Even close. So the next song lyric is, this is what I'm calling Wintertime Fun Man. And so you know, sometimes when it snows, you live in Minnesota. I just revealed that to the internet. Hope that's cool.
It's all good.
So, you know, sometimes it snows. You make one of those good wintertime fun men. And you put a little hat on him, little carrot nose, and it's great. So, the next lyric is, our best friend. Now we have, I want you to tell me why. Did the snowman do it? And that is, our best friend. Now we have, I want you to tell me why. Did the snowman do it? And that is either Walking in a Winter Wonderland, Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen, or Frosty the Snowman.
Brain will do that.
All right, Olivia, what do you think it is?
I'm going Walking in a Winter Wonderland. Dang.
It is not. It is not. It is Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen.
No way.
Yes. So the original lyrics are, we used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? My favorite is just how accusatory that is. Like, did the snowman do it?
No.
I mean, the snowman did it.
Yes. Snowman did it.
Unquestionably.
I've seen the movie. The
If the scarf don't fit, you must acquit. The Snow J. Simpson story. Oh my God. It got weird. Okay, so this last one, so it's 2-0. This last one's gonna be worth 3 points.
Yes.
So we will see.
I told you this was gonna be rough.
I'm
what
calling
a
this
fun
one
coincidence.
I'm calling this one That Big Fancy Theater Road. And so these are all from Broadway musicals. Or all your choices are Broadway musicals, and this is a lyric from a Broadway musical.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty obvious probably, but I could not say this. So please wait till I finish the entire lyric and all the choices before you buzz in. Remember, Olivia, this is for
all the
of it,
marbles.
So I believe in you.
Okay.
Put them in pants. Sorry, that made me laugh. Okay, the first lyric is, put them in pants. Do not hesitate to get a book about the history of memories about me. When I'm done, I'm mine. In short, we do not see the size. I do not want to miss my shooting. And is it A Big Bright Beautiful World from Shrek the Musical, My Shot from Hamilton, or Seasons of Love from Rent? It's very obvious, and go.
Please don't do that.
Oh, Megan, you did it, and you know what it is.
I know. It's I don't want to miss my shooting. It's my shot.
Yeah, it's My Shot from Hamilton.
I should have let Olivia win. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
You know
It's
what?
all good.
It's
I'm
okay.
a bad guest host.
You swept Olivia 5 points.
You
to 2
destroyed
points.
me, so it's fine.
But I think it's fair that we should announce this now. There was a secret round we did off the air, and Olivia won it. So Olivia wins.
Yep, she got me good.
This is what I do when I make the games. I just, no matter who wins.
It was a secret round made up entirely of My Chemical Romance lyrics, and
I literally,
I would have lost that so hard.
Oh my god! I almost picked the words to Disenchanted for My Chemical Romance, but I'm like, no one knows that song.
See, that would have been an easy win for Olivia because I would not have had a clue.
Oh my god! If I only knew that I could have given you those beautiful Gerard Way lyrics.
Right.
All right, well, that is our game. So let's all remember, Olivia won. And we're moving on to our final topic.
I know we're moving on, but I just want to make sure I got this. So that Hamilton lyric started off with "put on the pants," right?
Yeah.
Put them in pants.
What was that?
Put them in.
What was that supposed to be?
Put them in pants.
Oh, that's a great question. What that was supposed to be, I can't remember. I will tell you in just a second while I think about it. It's definitely "Put them in pants" is going to be the battle cry of the next revolution, I believe.
Yeah.
Like,
I think so.
Put them in pants. Okay, so here's what it is. It is "Enter me," he says in parentheses.
Oh my god.
Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. Put them in pants. Put them in pants. Just, hey, do me a favor.
Okay.
If you have your children running around, put them in pants.
What if we put a capybara in pants?
Put them in pants.
Put them in pants immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're gonna be cute, and they'll definitely not poop everywhere then.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
gonna need to put them in pants. Oh my god. Okay. So we're gonna move on to our final topic. And going from pants pooping into a little more of a legitimate conversation, Olivia brought the next topic, and so I'm going to let you intro it and tell everybody kind of what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I mean, so I was thinking about this a little bit earlier, and I was like, all right. So my topic is autism. I am autistic myself, and I was like, okay, that's a big fucking topic. What do I want to say about that? So I don't know is the answer, what I want to say about that, because there's a lot to say. But I think I'm going to start by sort of distinguishing a couple of things, because this is a mental health podcast, and autism is not actually a mental health diagnosis. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because some people do think it is a mental illness or some kind of illness or disorder that can be cured, and that's not how it is. It is a developmental disability. So it is a different way that your brain is, and it's not better or worse. In some cases, it functions way better than other people's, and in some cases, way fucking worse. And so that is sort of my intro to the topic. Let's see. What do you guys know about autism, I guess, would be my first question. Where are we starting here? What's the...
That's a great question. I mean, I have a very base knowledge of it just because, like I said off the mic, my cousin is autistic. And so as I watched him kind of, especially when he was an infant, once he got to toddler phase, there were things that I started to notice, and my brain immediately went to, okay, those are things that I've learned over time from having a wife who's a teacher, just things that are kind of possibly symptoms. And then once we found out he is indeed autistic, I tried to learn a little bit, but I don't know a whole lot, because my big question going into this, coming from our perspective, is how does being autistic affect your mental health personally? Like, because I'm sure that there are challenges.
The answer is poorly, is how it affects my mental health. So the autism itself is not a mental health diagnosis, but I have yet to meet a single autistic person who does not also have a mental health diagnosis, because we live in a world that is not really set up for us. Our brains work kind of differently from everybody else's, and so we're like always trying to sort of translate into the way that things make sense for us. And so it's really, really fucking hard. The most common diagnoses, and basically the ones that I think everyone I know who is autistic has, are anxiety and depression. Right. And it's also really, really common, especially for women or people who are a little bit more functional, people who might be labeled high functioning or moderate, to get a bunch of other diagnoses first. So I was misdiagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and then they sort of looked at OCD, and only after 7 years in therapy did I finally get an autism diagnosis. Wow. Yeah. And that's actually not that bad. Like, I know, so I work at an autism organization, which is actually how I got my diagnosis. It was kind of luck that I started to learn a lot more about autism and was like, well, that sounds familiar. Maybe I should look into that a little bit further. But we have diagnosed people as old as like in their 70s who had, they just didn't know. Because autism can present really differently depending on sort of who you are. It presents really differently in women. And so in terms of how that affects your mental health, it can leave you feeling like really broken and out of step with the world for pretty much your whole life. And especially if you're going through a bunch of different diagnoses, you're like, I'm trying super hard. I'm going to see my therapist. I'm taking meds. I'm doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do. And I still don't feel like things are clicking the way that they're supposed to, right? Like, eventually this is supposed to get better, isn't it? And it just doesn't, and it doesn't, and it doesn't, and it doesn't. And then you get that diagnosis and you're like, holy shit, the heavens have opened up, you know, like God light is coming down, and like, I'm not a fucked up neurotypical who just can't do things. I have to do them differently from other people. And so that can be like a big relief, but even then it's still really challenging because sort of the major areas that autism affects your life are social and communication. So a lot of autistics communicate and socialize differently from other people. We're not necessarily great at body language. We tend to be a little bit literal. We're not necessarily good with like the unspoken rules of socialization and politeness and all of that good stuff. So that leads to a lot of social anxiety because when you're always kind of stepping in it, you get this message over and over that like, oh, you're not fun to be around. You are bad at socializing. You'll never have friends and you'll never have a romantic partner. I don't know why I said that in such a happy way, but that's how I deal with shit.
I was gonna say that brain will do
brain
that.
Will do that.
Brain will do that.
Brain will do that. The second piece is executive functioning and like routines. So executive functioning is that part of your brain that like puts things in order, breaks a big task down into smaller tasks, helps you with like telling time, prioritizes things, like all of those things that are like, oh, I need to organize all of the rest of my thoughts. That's executive functioning. And people with autism tend to be not great at that. Excuse me.
Yeah, that one I do. As someone with very, very bad ADHD,
yeah,
I have huge issues with executive function, so I got you there.
Yeah, that's where ADHD and autism like super overlap. And so for people with autism, what we tend to do is create rituals. We'll do the same thing over and over and over and over because when you don't have to plan every single time, you take less executive functioning. If you're doing it the same way every time, you reduce the amount of executive function you have to do. And so that's why we like panic when things change, or at least why I do. So like I'll do stuff like if I don't have anything going on one evening and like I finish work and somebody is like, hey, do you want to go do this super fun thing? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. I didn't think about that ahead of time. And now it's stressing me out because my brain can't shift fast enough. So that causes a lot of stress and anxiety in terms of like, you just can't always plan for everything. Like changes happen. You have to be flexible sometimes. which is like basically the worst thing in the world. My goal in life is to just become a supreme dictator who can force the world to bend to my whims so that nothing ever has to change. That's not going super well thus far. So
you'll get there.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it. So like that's also a piece that gives you a lot of anxiety. And then the final piece is sensory sensitivity. So a lot of people with autism are either hypersensitive or hyposensitive, over or undersensitive, to a variety of senses. So either you have really, really good hearing and it's super overwhelming and you can't filter out the noises very well, or you really crave deep pressure and you get really dysregulated and overwhelmed when you don't have that. I have a lot of issues with like taste and texture. So I have a pretty limited diet because I get like a gag reflex if I come near a lot of tastes. Like the other night, I went to visit my parents and they were eating dinner and I walked in and they were like, oh, we were supposed to be able to have some dinner, but it turns out my mom just had brain surgery, so it was dropped off for them. This is a much more convoluted story than I expected it to be. And they were like,
it's all good.
And they were like, and it's fish, sorry. And I was like, oh, I knew it was fish when I walked in the fucking door, you guys. It smells like shit to me, and I can smell it from a mile away. Yeah, it's so that can be super overwhelming and just exhausting. Like when you were talking about fatigue earlier, I was like, every day of my fucking life is exhaustion. I sleep 10 hours every night and I'm still sleepy. Which is just like really a bummer when you're somebody who wants to do a lot of stuff and you're like an engaged and a curious person and you're like, but I'm always tired and I need to spend half of my life sleeping in order to be functional. Like that sucks a lot. So those are like the shitty sides of autism. Right. But like there are good things about it. Like I have a really good memory. I put things in order in like really interesting ways. I see patterns super well. I don't know. I'm like smart and shit. I think that's like part of being, I don't know, like I can't pull autism out of the rest of me. Like that's just an inherent part of who I am. And I can't be like, that's an autism part. That's an autism part. Like, no, it's all me. And like, I don't know. I think I'm pretty fucking cool. So I'm down for having autism. Yeah. So like, that's sort of the overview of like mental illness colliding with autism. And I think like, a big part of it is also just stigma, because a lot of people don't view autism as a good thing at all. You know, I was taking this class for disability self-advocates and parents of kids with disabilities, and I showed up the first day wearing sweatpants because in the first email they said wear something comfy, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I wore like sweatpants and an oversized t-shirt, and for the first like 3 months of this class, all of the parents talked to me like I was mentally disabled because I identified as a self-advocate and was like presenting in a not very put together way, and like they talked really slowly and in a little kid voice to me. And then when I finally opened my mouth and like said something during the class, they were like, oh shit, that was not the correct way to interact with this person. I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers, maybe you should not treat anyone that way. Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff that like really rubs me the wrong way.
I believe it.
With good reason.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Good lord.
Yeah.
It's not on the same scale, but for me, the closest thing I can relate that to is when people treat me with quote unquote kid gloves.
Oh yeah.
Because they know about, you know, some things in my past or my stuff with mental illness. They automatically assume that I'm going to break and they have to constantly like coddle me. And I'm like, no. I'm a person who lives a life. Please don't talk to me like I'm not.
Yeah.
Or like I'm some sort of, I don't know, the not at all acceptable or appropriate term for it would be like a basket case.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Like I'm a normal functioning person, just like everyone with mental illness. It's just a matter of, is it being treated and taken care of?
Well, and like there's this assumption that if you are somebody who has a history of like suicidality or like not being able to function. People are like, oh, well, you know, you can't push them out. You can't say something that'll make them uncomfortable or push them outside their comfort zone at all. And it's like, bitch, I live my life outside my comfort zone. There is no comfort zone for me.
Push me outside my comfort zone.
I haven't had a comfort zone in years.
My whole comfort zone is like maybe on my couch watching television.
Yeah.
Outside of that, everything is uncomfortable and terrifying to me. But I still like do my best to embrace it and make myself do other things. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about that and like get you to kind of explain that, because so often I have heard people who are like, oh, you talk about mental illness like autism, and I'm like, no, that's not a mental illness. Like, there's a difference between a mental illness and a developmental disability. Like, those are different things. Yeah,
and I have had both. Like, I had an eating disorder. I've had major depression. I definitely have anxiety. And those are absolutely different from autism. Autism is something where it's like, I do things differently from other people and didn't even realize that it was weird until I got the diagnosis and was like, oh shit, that's an autism thing. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that. Mental illness is like, this has made my life a living hell for the entire time that I've had it, and I suffer because of it, and its very nature is kind of suffering.
Right.
There's a vast world of difference between those two things.
Absolutely. And that's something like, and even me, and this is another thing, it's like, oh, that's anxiety, because I'm sitting here going like, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. Am I autistic? Like, that's what my brain automatically goes to. So I'm like, I'm the same way. If anybody ever does that, like, oh, do you want to hang out tonight? I'm like, no.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like, so autism is it's a wide spectrum. If I were to theorize, this is my non-professional opinion, I think it's probably more than one disorder that is currently called by one name, because it is just like this really, really vast diversity of experiences. But there's a phenotype of it, and a lot of people have certain characteristics from that phenotype, but unless you have all of them and it's affecting your ability to function, you don't have the autism diagnosis unless you have something from the social and from the executive dysfunction and like all that good stuff that the DSM tells us, like this many of these bullet points.
Right. And that's one of those, like, I'm like, oh yeah, see, there's the anxiety, there's that disorder, like there it goes.
I know that one. Yeah,
like,
no, you were just verbally stepping on each other there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Share words. Say words.
Stomp on each other.
No, what I was going to say is what I related to super hard was like when you were saying that you were getting like 5 different diagnoses and like none of them were right. As someone who wasn't diagnosed with any of their biz until I was in my 20s, I just felt that like super hard, just being like, maybe I'm just a human who can't do stuff. And it's like, no, there are reasons, there are specific, and the one that got me specifically was when you were just like, that sounds familiar, that sounds like me, because that's what it was, where they're like, you know, I go to see this psychiatrist, and they're like, well, this is a symptom of bipolar depression, and this, and I'm just like, the pieces are falling into place.
Yes. Right. Well, and I tried because like I had been thinking about what my diagnosis what the right diagnosis was for me. Like, that's a super common experience when you are like really not in the right place and you're like, okay, what the fuck is going on? What explains this? I'm going to read the whole DSM and try and figure out what it is. And so I was like, no, I'm not autistic. I'm just finding myself in every trait. Everyone does this. Everyone does the thing where when they hear it, they're like, oh, that's totally me. No, that's not it. That's not it. And then like a year went past of working at the Autism Society, and I was like, okay, but these things really sound like me? Like, really a lot. And so I asked one of my coworkers, and she was like, oh, I have this list of characteristics of autism in women specifically. Do you want to look at that? And I looked at it and was like, God fucking damn it, I'm autistic. Fine.
That's life now.
Yeah, but that's such a thing on its own too. Also, is how different either mental illnesses or disorders or different things manifest in women, and that's why there's such an issue with women going undiagnosed in everything. Actually, not even mental stuff, but physical health as well. Mm-hmm. Just because things manifest differently in women than they do in men, and we don't bother to keep track.
Yeah.
what's my biggest fear? Like heart disease and stuff. And I can tell you, I know all the facts because I've read too much about it, and it manifests totally differently in men than it does in women. And it's such a prevalent and like really intense thing for women, but it goes untreated so often because it manifests differently, and people are like, oh, well, it can't be heart disease, so they don't get it checked.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and like the weird flip side is depression is super underdiagnosed in men because men tend to express that through like aggression or anger because those are the emotions that are socially acceptable, and then it doesn't get seen. So that is also
and it's
a
one of
bummer.
those things like I've grown up with, and this is just a, and I'm not going to get political because we don't get political on here, but this is just a one of the things about the patriarchal society is so often with depression and anxiety, growing up with that, I didn't get treated for 10 years because I was given the man up thing. You have to man up. You need to tough it out. Like you're not really dealing with these things. You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Like that's a weakness. You don't have it. Suck it up and deal with it. And so like so often, like I think that is a thing specifically in men in our culture is like this idea of like, no, you have to just suck it up. Don't get it treated because that makes you quote unquote crazy is the word that they use. And I hate that word, but that makes it you broken. And so if you get help, you're broken. And so like, that's kind of what we're doing here. Like why we have these conversations but why we also goof, because the thing is like you said, everybody thinks of an autism diagnosis as like, oh no, but like there are beautiful things about it. And I would argue that the mental illnesses themselves, a lot of times there's not beautiful things about them. I have PTSD. There's nothing beautiful about my PTSD. Yeah. There's nothing beautiful about mental illness to me, but the things that come out of them, I think are amazing. I mean, this show and the relationships I've built with people, that all comes out of something absolutely terrible that I have to deal with. And so at the same time, like we try to come across and be like, hey, just the thing we always say is just because we're depressed doesn't mean we're depressing.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, we like to goof off and have fun and be ridiculous. I literally, how long did I spend talking about capybaras and their cool sweaters? Like, I mean, it's one of those things. You just have to like look at it as
when your life is like trying to get to the next moment, you learn to find enjoyment out of things that other people don't. And I think that often makes us really fucking funny and really enjoyable to be around because we're like, I'm imagining an octopus in a sweater now, and I'm happier than I've been all day.
So
Mother trucker.
That is fantastic.
Right?
Does it have 8 armholes?
Fuck yes, it does.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
It would have
Yes.
to.
It would have to. That's see, I was picturing like 6 of them are hanging out the bottom and just like 2 in the armholes.
Oh, that's
like,
also good.
Like an armed version of like one of the Pac-Man ghosts. Like just kind of like hanging out. Like I think that's good.
That's
Somebody draw
excellent.
that. I need that. Megan, draw that.
Okay.
Someone draw that so I can tattoo it on my body.
I made Shepsy Beth. I'm now cursed to draw whatever you tell me to.
Yeah,
for
you
the
do.
show.
Anytime you're on the show, I'm just gonna from now on, even when you're not on the show, I'm just gonna be like, Megan, draw that. Megan, if you're out there listening, draw that.
I'm gonna be at work. I'm gonna be doing my thing. I'm gonna be listening. I'm like, damn it, he got me again.
Sorry, Carol, I can't give you the report today. I have to draw this octopus. Like, this is my life now. Oh my God! Welcome to
the rest. Just
yeah, just the rest of your days.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Anyway, we're gonna start winding down. But if you would like to send us a topic for discussion, or you have a mental health check-in, I'll remind you again, we're not professionals, but you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. You can follow us over on Twitter at @isthisunderscoreadulting. You can check us out on Facebook on our Facebook page for this show, or at our Is This Adulting Best Friends Facebook group. It's an awesome place. Come hang out. Everybody's going to love you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you, Glenn. Everybody's going to love you. Just you, Glenn.
Glenn, you are a delight.
Mm-hmm. You're a beautiful, beautiful human. And hey, if your name's Reggie or Rhonda, they're going to love you too. They're going to love all of you. So definitely go over there and check it out. And last but not least, it takes 5 seconds and it sounds like it's not going to help, but it really helps us out if you will spread the word by subscribing, rating, and reviewing on iTunes. That helps shows immensely to get in front of other people. We would like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Olivia, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This was deeply enjoyable.
Yes, you're a lovely human being.
You are deeply enjoyable.
Yes, right? I just want to hang out all the time.
I know.
I want to end the episode just so we can hang out. All right, well, do you want to remind everybody where they can find you one more time?
Absolutely. I am on the Super Serious Social Justice podcast. You can find us at sssjcast.com on all of the nice pod places. You can also find us on social media, either SSSJcast or Super Serious Social Justice Podcast. God, I hate our name. So long. I also blog at Out of Spoons, AUTofspoons.com. You can follow me there for a lot of thoughts about autism and executive dysfunction and disability politics, if that's your jam. I would love to see you there.
Absolutely. Definitely check it out. I've read your blog, actually, and I really enjoyed what I read. Yay! I learned things. So go learn things.
I'm going to go
Hooray.
to the blog and learn things.
And now I have a voice to go with the words when I'm reading the words. So it's going to be great.
That's awesome.
All right, that is going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting this week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, not Chris.
And I've been your best friend, Olivia, the Octopus Queen.
Ooh, I love it. And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone. Because you never know. You just never know. That's it.
You never know.
There's nothing special. You
knows.
You never know what's going on in their head. Like, maybe they just really need a hug. Or maybe they're learning, like the cat monsters. Because Brain will do that, y'all. Brain will do that. It's the scariest thing. All right, y'all have a good week. Bye.